Yo,
Yo, yo.
what up, my
Uh,
dude?
I know you're not a, a baseball fan,
No,
but
not even a tiny bit.
I'll just go ahead and say right here for those that are listening, go Rangers, beat the Diamondbacks, World Series 2023. I'm calling it. Rangers are going to win. First ever World Series win. Here we go.
Oh, is this the first? So there's like some significance to this
Yeah,
outside of
Texas
being the World Series.
Texas Rangers never been to a World Series.
They never even been to the World Series.
Never.
Oh wow. Even like, didn't like Nolan Ryan play for the Rangers?
He did. They never made it to the World Series.
Oh, yeah. I used to love probably when Nolan Ryan was playing. I loved baseball. I was a big fan. I used to love it. Used to play it. And then when I stopped, it's interesting. It directly correlated with the when they went on strike. And then I was like, whatever. And then I never got back into it, man. And now like I find it to be the most boring thing on television next to
More than
golf.
golf?
Like I just couldn't, either one of them, I'm like, just can't do it. Can't do it. I honestly, and if I'm being completely honest, dude, I don't want any of my kids to play baseball because I just so boring. That being said, I loved playing and I still would. So I don't completely hate it. I like going to the baseball games. When we went to Milwaukee, we went to a Brewers game. That was fun. We had fun, but it was more, I think we talked the entire time.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who was even playing. So that's my typical experience with baseball. But I will say this, dad fail. My my neighbor was outside. This was a year ago. My neighbor was outside playing catch with their kid, who's a good friend of Jake. And Jake came inside. He's like, Dad, what is that? And I'm like, oh wow, like my bias is so extreme that my kid didn't even know how to play catch, like baseball catch. And I feel like that is probably a life skill that, especially as an American, like
Yeah.
he should know what he's looking at when he when he sees it. But then the other side of that, so I don't think I'm absolutely anti Noah now and we go outside. One of our new traditions is they love playing catch and baseball in the backyard. So Noah wants to catch the ball back and forth. He wants to do 100 times, like every
Wow.
day. He wants to have 100 reps
A
between
baseball.
us in a row. Or baseball. Yeah, baseball. So we go out there and I throw him and dude, that kid, it's kind of scary because I huck it at him, my youngest, right? Like one of my neighbors, like, oh no, I'm like, dude, he catches it. Like he catches it. Like I huck it at him, and dude, like straight up just snatches it. So I don't know. There might be some.
Do you have a baseball glove?
Yeah, yeah,
You
dude. I
do?
used to love baseball, man. I mean, I've had it for a while. It's yeah. Anyways,
So
that's not what we're here to talk about.
I'm gonna correct myself. I said that the Texas Rangers have never been to a World Series, and I questioned myself after saying it. So I just looked it up real fast on my phone on Google, and they have been to a World Series. So this is the third appearance in franchise history.
Never won though.
They've never won. They
Hmm.
lost to the Giants and the Cardinals in 2010 and 2011.
Oh, so
Anyways,
yeah.
that's not the whole point of this. The point is we were on fall break with my family. I decided kind of last minute to go to a playoff game to watch the Texas Rangers. They were playing the Houston Astros. It was game 5 of the series, tied 2-2. Tickets were pretty expensive. I'm known to be kind of a frugal guy, and it was hard for me to pull the trigger on buying pretty expensive tickets for my entire family to go. Not only the 4 of us, my wife and 2 kids, we were my mother-in-law and brother-in-law and sister-in-law. So there's 7 of us. And I've never spent that much money on tickets before, but I don't regret it a single second, man. We've talked, before about, this idea of memory dividends and investing in experience. And so I kind of put my money where my mouth was on this occasion. And I'm now seeing kind of the second and third order effects of this. And it's it's awesome, man. Like at the game 5, there was a fight. So the Astros like dugout clearing, everybody came out of the dugouts from from all the pitchers out came, and like it was awesome. Like crowd was going crazy. And like my son, Wells, he talks about it every single day. It's like, Dad, do you think that pitcher really meant to hit the batter? Whose fault was it? Who do you think should have been ejected? Like he asks that question every single day. And additionally, he has to play baseball now every single day. So similar, we come home from school. He's like, Dad, let's go throw the baseball. So we go outside and we throw the baseball. So it's quality time with him. And he didn't really do that before, but like ever since we went to that baseball game. And so it'll be interesting to see how long this lasts. Um, Another thing that happened was at the game, we bought him some baseball cards, like a deck of like the whole like team of the Texas Rangers for baseball cards. And he was like stoked on it. And then we got home. I have like a huge, I used to collect baseball cards as a kid, and I like pulled them out of a box and showed it to him. And he's like, this is awesome. We started going through and we spent like hours looking through baseball cards. And then he was like, Dad, can I get some more? And so we went to a baseball card store. We got him a binder and some new like leaves to put like baseball cards in. We got him a deck. And then like my wife or my sister wife, what am I talking about? My daughter wanted some too. So we got her some, and I literally spent another couple hours looking at baseball cards. And so like there's all this like connection time and memories from this just one event that I spent a lot of money on. And it's been really cool to see the impacts of that one event, that one experience, and these um, events that have happened after the fact of like connection time. I just think it's really really cool to kind of think about, and it gets me excited about doing more of that type of thing.
Yeah, man, I love that. And you only have a box of baseball cards? Dude, we have a Pelican case in our
Do you?
house and we busted into them recently. And I was, because Erica used to collect too. Dude, I have like, I forgot who even makes baseball cards anymore. Is it still Tops?
There's Tops, there's Fleer.
Is it
I think
Upper
those are
Deck
the two.
still?
Yeah, Upper
Is
Deck.
it?
Yeah,
So it's funny because I have like, do you remember when you used to be able to buy the entire
yeah,
uh the year?
yeah.
So I have like multiple of those, like old school, dude, like King Griffey Jr. rookie cards. There's like Bo Jackson Royals cards. I was like, dude, I've got some good baseball cards
Dude,
in here.
those are worth a lot
It's
of money now.
crazy. Yeah, it's
Are
crazy.
like,
Yeah.
do you have them like in binders, or are they all just like,
Yeah. Binders.
okay?
And then I have the full sets unopened because
Oh
back in the
wow.
day, it used to be like, oh, unopened, save them forever. They could be worth billions of dollars. But and
I
they're
mean,
not
they're
really worth as much as you think because we got the Beckett, like Beckett's online now. Like, dude, this was a
oh
part of my childhood
yeah.
that was significant. But it's funny. I had a conversation. I actually have this conversation quite a bit, but had it again this morning. And it's this idea of when then thinking, right?
Yeah.
And what's most sad about when then thinking is that people who are locked in that, which I think is the vast majority of people, they miss out on some truly amazing, beautiful life um, opportunities, like taking your kids to a baseball game and it being a magical moment because their age, because it costs a lot of money, right? Or a big one is when I make this amount of money, then I'll give. No, you won't. No, you won't.
Nope.
The things that you do are the things that you do, right? And the things that you do will be the things that you do better in the future. So, like anything, if I am very intentional with dadding and with creating memories and with doing things, not irresponsibly, but saving money to spend it on occasions and events, not to just spend it or not to just save it and put it in a savings account or a 401k or my Roth IRA or whatever for retirement, to start living my life in retirement, because that's what you're going to do, right?
Yeah.
And and so this when then thinking is a lot more nefarious than I just want to save for the future in a rainy day. Again, I'm not suggesting you be irresponsible and live outside your means. What I'm saying is when finally shows up, there is no more then, right? Like most likely the opportunities that you had to do the amazing things that when then thinking that it fosters, those opportunities are gone. And so I love the fact I didn't even know that you didn't tell me you went to that game, but you did mention somebody said Dude, I did the same thing. It was Taylor Swift. I'll tell you, it's interesting. Taylor Swift came through here, and some girls went, some didn't. And my daughter's like obsessed, and a lot of the girls are obsessed, but they truly are interested in and love Taylor Swift. And I just seeing, and then they went to the movie. That movie is like, she's
Oh
probably gonna
yeah.
make another $100 billion off of a recorded version of her concert that's
Yeah,
in the
it's a
movies now.
concert.
But my daughter and a bunch of her friends went. Dude, it's crazy, but good for her.
Yeah.
I mean, and even, but yeah, and talk about impact. Like, I personally think this is absolutely ridiculous and dumb, but whatever. It doesn't matter what I think. But the fact that she's going to the Kansas City games, like the viewership of in the NFL has had a marked increase on a demographic that never watched football just because she's in the box at the Kansas City games. Like it's a huge amount of influence. The jersey, like Kelsey's jersey, is like gone up like a ridiculous amount. Dude, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
But people love Taylor Swift, and one of the things I resolved is if there's an opportunity to do it, that she comes through again, like I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it because it's an opportunity for potentially me or my wife or my family to totally connect in a different way and give a memory that these girls that did go, like some of the conversations they're having with their parents are just different. It's really encouraging to see the conversations they're having, but that can be enabled through something like making an investment in a very intentional investment. Right. And so I think it's fascinating to step back and be intentional enough to be like, okay, is this an expenditure or is this an investment? Like, is this just is this just kind of a waste of money, or is this something that can be an investment? Is this an opportunity for me to show my kids or my family that I'm truly interested in the things they're interested in? Is an opportunity for me to broaden my horizons to show them that I care about what they care about, and then it opens the door for other things. And what, as a dad, if I go to Tay Tay concert and I'm like, hey, I'm like doing my thing and I'm dancing, I'm like, Tay, I
Yeah.
love you, and I'm getting into it with my daughter. What potential does that have to show my kids something different about their dad, and not about their dad, but how much their dad loves them, right? And even if I dislike baseball and no just wants to go outside and throw the ball 100 times before we could come inside, not throw the ball, sorry. It's not throw the ball 100 times. It's 100 catches in a row. That's
Oh,
what we do.
nice. Oh, dang.
100 catches in a row. He made the rule that we can, at every 10, that's how far back we go. He made that rule, which I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. But that's still probably 200 to 300 throws.
Yeah.
But it's something that he is like, Dad, me and you, let's do it. I don't know where this came from, but I'm happy to do it. Right. And so I only highlight those things. And I love that you highlighted that sometimes it's spending money. Dude, it's what you truly care about and what you're going to invest in, and time and money. And what does it do for those around you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man. 100%. If Noah needs someone to really show him how to play baseball, you can call on Uncle Stewie to come over and
And man,
throw
I'm
the
not
ball
gonna
with him.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I made all-star teams. I mean, I used to be able to ball, dude. Left-handed pitcher, first baseman, hitting jacks. I mean, my fifth grade years were my glory years.
That's glorious.
That's when I was really hit my peak, my athletic peak.
No, it's
Fifth grade,
interesting.
baby.
My around that time period, I think it was, yeah, probably fifth, sixth grade. My team was the Rockies, and look at that. I'm now here in
I didn't
Colorado.
even think the Rockies existed when you were that age, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even think they were around then.
Yeah, they were.
It's awesome. Look at you, man. Well,
And now
hey,
they're the worst in the league.
yeah, they are. They're freaking horrible. Uh, but action item, right? Action item. Where are the things that, and this could be zero money required for this next step that you can take. Just ask your kids, what are they interested in? What do they love? And you may know, but you may also be surprised, right? You may, because you put them in soccer and they've been playing soccer for 10 years and you're like, oh, they love soccer. You may be surprised. You're like, what do you love, man? I love tennis, Dad. Oh, really? I didn't know that. You want to go play? Like what? I mean, it just understand what they love, ask questions and then see if you have opportunities to invest in those things that could be lifelong memories. We just went to Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, pretty expensive zoo. I have no
Yeah.
idea what it costs. No idea what it costs because I didn't care because my kids, I have my face next to a giraffe's
A
face
giraffe.
as my kids are holding the thing out. We're both sticking the tongue out like, and the giraffe is here and it's wrapped around my kid's hands. And like that memory
Yeah,
that's
that's a
seared
rad
in,
zoo.
right? That zoo is super dope, super
Yeah.
dope. But just, I just implore you just to take that extra step, just take that extra step and then figure out how you can turn that into something else through an investment. Again, it doesn't have to be money, it doesn't have to be expensive. It could be time, intentionality, understanding, and so that you can then speak into your kids' lives and really be a participating dad.
Love it, dude. Go take
Yep.
action. Be kinetic.
Me up. American football is truly America's game. Just throwing that out there.
Hmm. Well,
100%.
agree to
Look it
disagree.
up. Look it
Bye
up.
now. Bye.
Peace.
Go Rangers.